Hello everyone, you're welcome back. Let us create this beautiful style. As you can see here, it's a crop top and a skate. If you're interested guys, just keep watching. Now I am going to be making use of 2 years of this fabric to recreate this, and I'm going to first of all start by cutting out the down part, which is the skate. So I am placing my tape like this to just measure out the place I am going to start my measurements. I am just marking out where I am going to start to cut out. Okay, so if you are using if you want to use a band, sorry, an elastic to this, just go ahead and measure your full length of the skate like you see me do now. But if you want to add band to this, just remove 1.5 inches or 2 inches from your band. In that way, I am going to be removing 1.5 inches from my band, and I'm going to go ahead placing my tape like this. This particular my starting point is going to be my waist line, so I just remove 1.5 inches to get the full length of this skate, and that is what I'm marking at the down part. You can see the way I place my tape on the waistline, removing 1.5 inches from my skate band. I'm getting the full length. I'll just mark. I'm sorry if you cannot see the chalk clearly, because this is a white fabric. It's I don't want to make the chalk to be too much visible. Now I have gone ahead to get my hip line, which is 9, and that is what I am marking there. Now the next thing I'm going to go ahead to do is to measure my skates, or put down my skate measurement divide by 4 plus my 1.5 inches same allowance. This is a dartless skate, it's not going to be having any darts, so I will go ahead and put my hip measurement divide by 4 plus my same allowance. So whatever I have on the hip, I'm going to bring it down to the hemming point. Remember, this is a fitted straight short skate. Okay, now after doing that, I'm going to go ahead using my ruler to just connect from the hip to the waist, and from the hip down to the length of the skate. I just cut out the front of the skate. Now the next thing is for me to go ahead and cut it out. I'll be using this front to cut the back. Guys, we are done with this front, or rather we are done with the skate. You can see that cutting of a skate is very simple. Now I'll be using this skate, front skate, to cut the back. You can see I have folded my fabric, and I have placed the front on top of the fabric to cut out the back, and I have my zipper allowance. I have 1.5 inches for my zipper allowance. I'm just like arranging it because this fabric is stretchy. So this if you look, you can see where I added my zipper allowance there. From the center point of the back, I just added my zipper allowance, and that will be all. I'll just go ahead following the line of the skate and cut it out. Like I said before, this is a dartless skate. It's not going to be having any darts. Now after cutting out the back, I am going to slit it into two. I'll just cut it open from the back at the zipper area. I'm just cutting out a little pieces out. Now the skates, both the front and the back, is ready. I just went ahead and notched the center point, and this is our skate for the front. I also have the back as well. Now I am done. Let's head to the front. Now to cut the front, this is like a kimono style, and it's a crop top, and it has it's a cut together sleeve, I'm going to go ahead and mark my shoulder. After getting my shoulder, I will place my tape to get the length of my sleeve. The length of the sleeve I'm working with is 12. I went ahead to mark 13. Okay, when you mark your shoulder, you shift your tape and get the length of the sleeve. Now from the shoulder, I'm going to mark my shoulder to bust, which is 10, and shoulder to the half length I'm working with. Because this is a crop top, I'll just add 2 inches extra, making 18 inches. My half length is 16 inches. I add 2 inches extra, making 18 inches. And that is what I'm marking across like this. Now the next thing I'm going to do is to determine my neck width. So the neck width I'm working with is 3 inches. Okay, let me just make it 3.5 inches. I'm working with 3.5 inches, and the depth is going to be, because it has something like an opening, like let me just call it a sweetheart neckline, but it's not a sweetheart neckline. I'm first of all going to get my curvy, my round neckline. So I have there 3.5 inches by 3.5 by 4 inches, sorry. So that is what I just have, and I'm going to go ahead and curve it out. And this is for the front. I will also mark the back. The back is going to be by 1.5 inches for the depth. So the neck width, both back and front width, is going to be 3.5 inches, while the depth for the back is going to be 1.5 inches, and the depth for the front is going to be 4 inches. Hope you understand. I'll continue to take the my sleeve opening. I just came down there by 2 inches. From the beneath the 2 inches, I'm going to place my tape to mark my sleeve opening, which is 10 inches. I wanted the sleeve opening to be free. I just mark out 10 inches beneath the 2 inches I came down with, and I'll just rule it across like this. So guys, this is a dormant sleeve. It's a cut together sleeve, so no need of getting your armhole. All right, now I'm just going to go ahead and rule a line for the bust and also for the full length, which is the crop top length. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and input my bust measurement, divide by 4. I'll mark. Now to I'll come down on the half length and add my waist measurement, divide by 4. I'll mark. To determine the inches you're going, the allowance you're going to add, you can add 1.5, you can add 2 inches, depending. But to be on a safer side, just add 2 inches for your ease. I mark 2 inches for my ease and the 1.5 for my stitches allowance. I will also bring it down 2 inches for my ease and 1.5 for my stitches allowance. So to avoid confusion, you can rule it like this, but that is not the normal way to curve it out. I'm still going to show us how to curve it out. Remember, I came down from the shoulder by 2 inches, and beneath the 2 inches I get my 10 inches for the arm round sleeve measurement. So from this down part, from the half length, I am just going to go ahead use my beak to just connect it to meet to the length of the round sleeve I just came down with. I am curving it out. It's going to be a curvy shape, because it's not going to be that straight. If it is straight, it's going to be it's not going to be allowing you to lift your hand up. Okay, hope you understand what I just explained right now. Now I'm going to use my marker to curve it, connecting it to me to the half length like this. Like I said before, if you mark it straight, you are going to be having a problem while lifting your hand up. So guys, this is how this upper part looks like, and you can see that it's looking so beautiful. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut it out. I'll be using this paper to cut both the front and the back upper part. So by doing this, I'm going to be folding my fabric into 4 equal parts. I'll just cut my 2 inches for the slope and cut the back neck depth. I'll leave the front for now. So I'm going to use this to cut the back and the front together. I have folded my fabric into 4 equal parts like this, and I'm going to go ahead and cut them out. I'll cut the back neck. Remember, the neckline is 3.5 inches by 1.5 inches for the back. The front is 3.5 inches by 4 inches. You can make it 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches depending on your size. Okay. So guys, I am done cutting. I'm going to be separating, removing one. I'll be using one as the back. So I'll keep the back aside and we'll start working on the front because we are not done with the neckline. So now I'm going to cut out my neck depth. So to get that straight opening on the front of the neckline, I'm just going to place my tape from the neck depth and mark down 4 inches. You can do 3.5 inches if you want it to go deep. So you mark 4 inches. Okay, so I just mark down 4 inches and continue to cut out the round neck depth. After that, I'm going to use my scissors and slit it open to meet to the 4 inches I came down with, and that will be all for the front. Okay, the next thing we are going to do is to create how that beautiful design is going to be both on the front and on the skirt part. Now I will spread it on the table for us to see how it looks like. So this is it, guys. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut the interfacing for the front and also for the back. You can see how it's looking. Okay, so this is the interfacing for the front. I have folded my front into 2 and also folded the fabric into 2, making sure that I place this neckline on a closed part. On the closed part of the fabric, I just folded and place the neckline like this, as you can see here. I close the neckline up. I closed the front, I folded it into 2. The closed part is on the closed part of the fabric I just folded. The next thing I'm going to do is to connect this, trace out the curvy of the neckline shape on the upper part. Then coming to this down part, I just came down from the opening on this, on this upper part. I measure on the shoulder 4 inches for the shoulder up side. Then from the opening, the place I slant open on this neckline, I came down by 4 inches as well. Now I'm going to go in with 4 inches. Like for the front, remember I have a slit, straight slit. From that straight slit, beneath it, I came down by 4 inches. And I went ahead to go in with 4 inches, connecting it like this, as you can see, to meet the 4 inches I came in on the shoulder. I don't know if you just know how to cut your interfacing, go ahead and cut your interfacing. Okay, we all know how to cut an interfacing, but I'm just explaining this in case if you're finding it difficult to cut your interfacing. Just fold your fabric, making sure that it's on a closed part. Place your front or your back blouse and cut it out. I'm going to go ahead and slit it open. So this is how my front is looking like. I'll just open it up for us to see how beautiful it's looking like. So this is it, guys. This is the front. I'm going to go ahead and cut the back, and you know that the back is not going to be having any slit, any straight opening. So I folded this fabric into two for the back, and I'm going to fold the my back up, placing it same thing like this. I'll just go ahead and trace out the neck design. Coming down from that neck design, I'll just came down with 4 inches and connect it to the shoulder area. So here I'll mark down 4 inches. On the shoulder, I will go in with 4 inches. I'll remove it. So I'll still mark 4 inches here. I'll just connect 4 inches. I'll continue to mark it like the way we are marking our peplum and curve it to the shoulder area like this. And that will be all for this cutting. I'm going to be uploading on how to create that beautiful design on the crop and the skate part. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next tutorial. Okay, make sure you recreate your own very well. Make sure you recreate very well. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.